Hi, welcome to Kicking It with Kenya. Okay, so today I want to touch on a topic. It's been circling around on the memes. It's about Ayesha Curry and her Red Table Talk interview with Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, Ayesha Curry said a statement, I'm going to paraphrase it, where she basically said that she sees Steph getting all this women attention. And then with her, she's like, I wish I had a little bit more male attention. So obviously, I wanted to bring it to the show to talk about it. So, Lewis, did you watch the interview, or did you just see the clips?
No, I saw the interview.
Okay, good. You saw the actual interview because people were like seeing just the clip. And what did you think of it? I'm looking at your face.
No, actually, I really think that this whole thing is being blown out of proportion. To be honest, I don't have a problem with her feeling. I think it's natural for humans to want validation or appreciation or be admired. It's natural. Who doesn't want that? You know what I mean? Like, so I think you're seeing such division. Like, a lot of men are like, oh, da da da, one way, and a lot of women are defending her like, oh, another one. I see it from both sides. Like, me personally, I don't have a problem with her saying that, and because here's the thing: when it comes to celebrity relationships, it's just like normal relationships. We don't know the ins and outs of things. So I think to some people that have a problem with it, they perceive their relationship they perceive them as, oh, you got a good man, a God-fearing man who doesn't cheat on you, who's doing his thing, and da-da-da, and you still don't appreciate it. But here's the thing. We don't know anything about their relationship behind closed doors.
No.
We don't know if Steph Curry, we think he is, you know what I mean, for giving the benefit of the doubt, but we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't really know how their relationship is, so we don't know the ins and outs of certain things. She could be bored. Who knows?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I feel like her saying that, I feel like so many people are running with, certain things and taking things out of context. So like, oh, she doesn't appreciate things. Because I feel like when a woman does herself up and, you know what I mean, and she walks down the street, I feel like y'all want to get complimented, whether y'all admit it or not. Y'all look good to impress, for yourselves, I'm sure too, but you want to look good, period. So when people say, wow, your hair looks nice, your nails look nice, you look nice, it makes you feel good.
You just want to still feel like you're a contender. You get it, you're married. Like what you was touching on with the board thing. I just feel like, all right, let's just say, like, I don't want to lead into like, oh, we don't know if like, let's just say their relationship is perfect, right? Mm-hmm. She's still been with this man since she was like 15, or is it 15? Young. So she's been with this one person for years, and he's not with just any basketball player. She's with a superstar in the league. So she had not only does she have to be a good wife, she has to have a good image. She got to look a certain part. She basically, in a weird sense, not a weird sense, in a truthful one, you could lose yourself in that. Mm-hmm. And then like trying to like mold yourself to be the perfect thing. I just feel like that's lost in the comments she's saying. Like, she had to find herself. And then it's like, she don't want to just be Steph Curry's wife. Mm-hmm. She wants to be more.
But here's the thing. And this is playing devil's advocate. This is playing the other side. How a lot of other people perceive it is, at the end of the day, you are Steph Curry's wife. We know you because you're Steph Curry's wife. You're Ayesha Curry. You're the wife of one of the most popular basketball players in the NBA. So when you go out in the public and you say certain things like that, or you say that, it will have an effect within social media. It's not the first time she's made comments that have rippled through social media. When she accused the refs or accused the games of being rigged when her wife lost. I mean, when Steph lost, and even when I think she was on The View, where she pointed out that Steph Curry has a foot fetish. You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna run with quotes, and people are gonna form opinions based on things like that. So her saying that does put Steph in a position that possibly could make him feel uncomfortable. We don't know because we haven't seen Steph talk about it. Steph's focusing on trying to win another championship. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you express yourself honestly and you represent two parts because you're married, so your husband's famous,
right?
Things that you say about your relationship or that directly have to do with your relationship, it's going to put in question your husband as well, or your wife if the husband's saying something. Yeah. So I feel like from that perspective, a lot of people, let's just be real. A lot of people look at Ayesha as having what a lot of women want. A lot of people look at you and say, you got a rich, famous, nice, God-fearing husband who gave you beautiful family and you're still bitching. That's how people look at it. Like, you ungrateful chick. Yeah. We all wish we had what you had, and we're supposed to feel sorry because you didn't get complimented by a random dude. You're married. Why would you want that? That's how a lot of people look at it. You know what I mean? From one side. And I understand that side. But
it could be very lonely.
It can.
And you never know. Because you have to be this image or this person, you probably can't go out the way you want to go out. They're still young. Mm-hmm. You can't go out the way you want to go out. You can't be seen the way you want to be seen. You can't just say things the way you want to say things. So it's kind of like, once again, it goes back to that losing yourself situation. Mm-hmm. Like, you just... Like, just because she has it all, you don't know what she still feel like she might be missing in the having it all. Because you never know. Like, you could be in a shack and feel like you're rich. And you could be in a mansion and feel like you're in jail. Mm-hmm. Like, you could be suffocated. I'm not saying that's how she feels. I'm just saying women like that, who we may see like, oh, you have everything. For all you know, this person feels suffocated every day. Mm-hmm. Like, I wish I was broke. That's why you be seeing celebrities have these meltdowns about how, oh, it's not always what it seems like. Oh, you guys don't understand. Like, sometimes I wish I could do. Sometimes it becomes a lot. And you don't know what she was feeling that day.
But here's the thing, though. But you're asking people that perceive you as having more to feel sorry for you.
Sure.
It's like when rich people said, man, you don't know. And you're asking people that are going to a 9-to-5 that hate their job, that will trade places with you in a heartbeat to feel sorry for that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. It's hard to really have that level of sympathy when you're being perceived a specific way, because we've seen plenty of basketball wives. So you see people that say, well, you don't hear LeBron's wife saying none of this. You don't hear da-da-da. You see Dwayne Wade's wife at the game cheering.
It's Gabrielle Union. She got her own bag.
But also in there lies the difference. Gabrielle Union was famous before Dwayne
Wade.
You know what I'm saying? Ayesha Curry is famous because of Steph Curry. For most people, they only know her because of Steph Curry. So when people say, well, I feel jealous of my husband gets, yeah, your husband's a bigger star. It is what it is. You're not equal playing fields here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for a lot of people that are on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever, on Twitter, and they're sitting in there, damn, men ain't this, or I wish I could find a man, blah, 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 blah. And they're sitting back really praying for what you have. And your complaint is that other men aren't paying you attention. And you know what I'm saying?
It's not about, I think when she said like other men, mm-hmm. once again, I guess it's more like it's not that you want it. It's not like you looking for somebody else. You just want to feel like, I still got it. I'm a contender. I could be a contender. You just want to feel like people.
But I didn't say that's what it's about. I said that's how it's perceived for most people. Because you're still complaining about a situation that you have.
Right.
And people will throw this at you. What if Steph Curry went on TV and be like, you know what? Man, I'm happily married, but damn, I wish, ladies, man, hop in my inbox. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be the same.
Of course it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same only because you are Steph Curry and you do get it.
But in any situation.
It's one thing if she was famous and he was the...
In any situation, let's say Jay-Z feels that way about Beyonce. Like, it's more even playing fields. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime, if a man would have said that same thing, it would be looked at different.
It would.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's usually different. That's why for men to feel sympathy for that, first of all, let me put this on record. I don't think Ayesha Curry is a bad looking woman. I think Ayesha Curry is a beautiful woman.
So you'll have her on your arm, give her some attention?
I don't know her. But I think she's a very attractive woman. She seems like a nice woman. You know what I'm saying? She seems like a nice wifey type of woman. You know what I mean? But I feel like, why don't we look at it from the perspective of respect? Like, a lot of dudes aren't in your inbox hitting on you possibly because they know you're Steph Curry's wife. That's like why aren't dudes hitting on LeBron's wife? LeBron's wife is very beautiful, but that's LeBron's wife. So a lot of dudes, out of respect, that should be what you want. That should be what you ask for. People ain't in your relationship trying to mess it up.
I guess she just wishes it was mutual, but it's like it's kind of hard.
So you want your cake and eat it too?
I think no. I'm just saying, when I say mutual, I think when the way you're saying respect, mm-hmm. I think it's just hard for her to get that same thing because you're dealing with a basketball player where women aren't going to have that respect. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is. Maybe if there was like no women who'd be like, oh no, he married, let me leave it alone, then maybe she probably wouldn't feel that way. But because there are women who don't give a damn, and we know that.
But then you have to look at ulterior motives,
right?
Because a lot of women will come at Steph Curry because he's rich and because he's famous.
Honestly, Steph
so
Curry
a lot of times with men, when they're rich and famous, it's why people say, "How did Jay-Z get Beyonce?"
I don't ever ask
but
that
here's what
question.
I'm saying. I know you don't.
Jay-Z
I know
smooth.
You don't. But here's what I'm saying. But people perceive that because they say, well, Jay-Z's an ugly dude. He's this, he that. But smooth. He gets women, right?
He's smooth.
And he was getting women before he had money. But it doesn't hurt that he has money. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective, when people are home wrecking certain situations, there's ulterior motives that come into play. And this may be a little, divisive or whatever, but men, for the most part, usually when they are seeking a woman that is famous, very rarely is that ulterior motive connected to their fame and money. Dudes will be like, yo, I'd smash Ashanti, I'd smash J-Lo, I'd smash... And none of them mention the money. They could be dead broke and they'd still look at them the same. I don't necessarily think you can say that's the case with a lot of male celebrities when women are coming after them because there's an ulterior motive there.
You can talk about that with Stephen because he don't do it for me.
But here's what I'm saying. He may do it for some, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about it from the perspective of there's ulterior motives because if Steph Curry were to get with someone, like say Steph Curry cheated on Ayesha with some Instagram model. First of all, that model chick, not even say cheated. Say Steph Curry someone's flirting with Steph, and he flirts back. She now has blackmail.
Basically, she just said, but she hinted on that in the show. Mm-hmm. She was like, the thing with Steph Curry is he's too nice. So I think the way you're talking about perception, you took it how, she should be like, some people might not think she's grateful. I took it like Steph need to step his game up. Because something's going on where there's a disconnect where maybe you're not giving her enough attention or something like that. Where maybe she's missing that love or whatever. Because when she said that on the Red Table Talk, she was basically like, the thing with him is he's too nice. And sometimes she has to insert herself and be like, hello, who are you? That's a problem. Mm-hmm. That right there is a problem.
But here also lies another thing. You're still telling this to people that are watching that aren't in relationships to begin with. So for them, they will look at your situation and saying, you have a rich, to some good looking, celebrity basketball playing husband who gave you 3 kids, is a God-fearing man, and your issue is that he's too nice and you don't get hit on by other men. And you're asking a lot of women that would kill to have what you have.
Literally
to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? And to feel sorry for you. And that's what I'm saying. It depends on the perspective you take. Again, I don't have a problem with her comment because I feel she's just speaking freely. No relationship is perfect. Everybody has their ups and downs. And I don't care how perfect any person is to you. If you're around someone long enough, you're going to get bored. It is what it is. You're going to be bored of someone because you're just used, or you're going to get used to them. And they are young. So I do feel like...
They're our age, right? They're 20...
Yeah, about that. Yeah. About that. So I do feel like you're going to have those situations. And because you're in the public eye, you're going to have even more pressure on you because you're going to have so much more temptation and so much less freedom to do certain things that the average couple can do. But like I said, it's hard to ask people in a situation that aren't really looking at you as like we're on even playing fields. It's like the rich thing. It's like, I'm sorry, a rich person complaining about life problems
is not going to get sympathy
to a broke person.
It's not going to get sympathy.
Exactly. Because when you hear, man, more money, more problem.
But I bet you your problem isn't money.
But that's what I'm talking about. Because the most people's issue that are watching stems from a lack of money. And most people's depression, it's totally off topic, but it's just the reason the world goes around. When people say money isn't it, yes it is. Yes it is. Money makes the world go round. That's just a fact. That's why you get up in the morning. You cannot live without money. You need money to do shit, period. So when you have money, you have freedom to do shit. You know what I mean? So in a relationship, a lot of things that people, even on the regular playing field, may want to spice it up. They can't afford to. They want to. Steph Curry can say, let's go here. Let's go here. Now, the problem that it becomes for them is you get used to that life. So that doesn't become special anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so used to that. They're used to taking this to go here and here. But at the same standpoint, those are the type of problems where the people that you're saying this to that are watching would say, yeah, I trade my problems for your problems.
Any day.
That's why I feel like there's so much backlash. I don't feel like her comments warranted the backlash. Because I feel like she didn't say anything wrong. It's just how she feels. That's okay. But when you put it out in the public, you have to expect that. Because not everyone's going to agree with it.
No.
And you're going to have so many different perspectives on that are judging you and don't know the ins and outs of what you're going through.
Yeah, but see, like this, all right, so we're playing devil's advocate. I will do the same. Like, so I understand 100% how she may be feeling. But when it comes down to it with me, like when one time she did a tweet, right, about how, women always want to show off their bodies and da-da-da-da. What happened to this? I'll choose classy and this over that any day. Okay, so you kind of like paint yourself in this hole, which is not a bad hole to paint yourself into. You want to be looked at as classy. So 1 minute you want to be classy and looked at as this elegant creature, but then you want men to be like, "Hey, yo, ma," to you. That's not going to work. Like you already and it's a good image to want to put yourself in, but that you cannot down the next woman for wanting to feel sexy, wanting to feel vibrant, wanting to post up their pictures, and then you saying, well, I don't get male attention. Because there's another person I follow. She was on the Bad Girl Club. Her name was Natalie Nunn. And basically she gets a lot of backlash on like Instagram about how, she dresses provocative. What does your husband think? Blah, blah, blah. And she makes it, I dress like this for my husband. I put it up for my husband. I want people to see what my husband has. Like, she always, and I bet you there's men like, ayo ma, but she's doing it for her husband. So it's like, you over there, like, you're saying these tweets about how, like, you don't like wild women dressed up next and up. Okay, they want to wear, that's what they want. They want to do that. Some of them are married. Some of them want to look good. Some of us are single. We want to look good. We want to find a husband. Whatever the case may be. But it's like, now you're saying you want male attention. I just don't get that. Like, what? But maybe, once again, time has changed. Things has happened. Maybe your views are not the same anymore. But it's like, the way you want us to sympathize in your situation, sympathize with other women who might want to be free in their ways or whatever. That's just my only thing with her. And like I said, I completely understand everything that she's mentally going through, because I can't ever sympathize, I guess what you're saying, with the physical, because right now you're comfy. Unless we don't know something we don't know that's going on in your relationship. Right now you're sitting pretty. But mentally, I understand, because it's like you're a young woman who just birthed 3 kids, and you probably secretly think, I didn't live the way I wanted to live. Even though you got everything, did she earn it? That's also another thing that we talked about before in our Good Guy episode, about the feeling of earn. Like, we didn't build this. You did. I got my millions because of you. I got my sponsorship because of you. I got all of this because of you. So it's like that sense of earning, might not be present. I don't know them, but let's just say it's blanketed to all couples. That sense of earning this. I am your wife. I just been here. You was in the gym. I wasn't shooting with you. Like, you go travel. I'm just with the kids. I just cook my own little cooking show that I got because I'm your wife. So it's kind of like that sense of like, what's my purpose here? Because honestly, you can legit leave me and substitute another here and make her just as famous as Rich. So it's like, I can see like why you might want, and I think the easiest thing to get out of a relationship, which why I think some people cheat, is attention from others. I think that's just the easiest thing to say you want, because it's like that rush, almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I the things I said, I felt like I babbled.
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel. I feel like I understand where she is, and I understand the platform she set it on, because Jada Pinkett is just so inviting. Like, I want to be like her one day, and it's like an inviting show. So I get the play, because people's like, why would she say that on TV? The platform she said it on was appropriate. I think it was very appropriate, because even Jada said some things about her and Will. And she has said it numerous times throughout her show about how she felt like she lost herself. She wasn't happy with Will Smith. That's Will freaking Smith. There's plenty of people who want to trade places with you too, Jada, but she wasn't happy. And she was Jada Pinkett. She wasn't big, but she was still Jada Pinkett. And she still felt the same way. So I feel like the mentality should be like, I guess, sympathize or empathize in some cases. Like, just because she's rich don't mean she happy.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's our take on the Ayesha Curry situation. If you have anything that you want to share, Once again, as always, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, #Kicking It with King. And as always, until next time.